Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Thomas and today you join me with this, the new Range Rover Velar. In this video I'm going to show you the exterior, show you some of the updates on the outside, on the interior, as well as get out on the road for a test drive, so stay tuned to this video. Front on the new facelift Velar, you're going to be hard pressed to tell some of the changes. Now some of the changes are to do with the bumper. We've got slightly restyled headlights and the grille up front is ever so slightly tweaked for this model year. Everything else looks kind of same from the unfacelifted version that came out in 2018. Now that's no bad thing because the Velar is a very handsome vehicle, looks very sleek and still looks modern in today's design language, fits in with the current Range Rover and Range Rover Sport. Now we do have little design details that say Range Rover up top. You're going to notice these rose gold accents across the exterior of the vehicle. You can get them blacked out depending on what package you go for. And this particular car is riding on these 21-inch alloy wheels, which actually fit the wheel well, not too bad. They're 265/45 R21s on Michelin tyres if anybody is curious. Now, the side of the vehicle is quite streamlined, coupified looking. I like how this one's got the bitone with the black A pillar, B pillar, C pillar and D pillar, as well as the roof rails, all giving that kind of floating roof design. Of course, being the Velar, we do have flush door handles, so if I go ahead and lock the car, the door handles pop in, nice and flush, aerodynamic with the body. The car does have keyless entry, so you can tap that, wing mirrors pop out, as well as the doors. Now, one cool feature is the door sill extends down below the body, which means when you get in and out the vehicle, you're not going to get dirty legs at the back of your trousers, which is a nice design detail because these are primarily for them to be used on those nice country back roads in the UK. Maybe you're towing, whatever it may be, this car's going to make sure you're not going to get dirty legs getting in and out of the vehicle. Now let's have a look at the rear of the car. So around the rear of the Velar, again, the changes are subtle. We still have the integrated spoiler with the wiper blade up top, but you're going to notice little details like the rear lights are now this one piece instead of being two pieces with the kind of 3D effect, the kind of like a polka dot effect going on. We've also removed any Land Rover or any other badges on the rear that denote if it's like a diesel or petrol, whatever it is, as well as no visible tailpipes. This is the 3-litre diesel, and again the tailpipes are hidden into the bumper. There's no way to say because it comes out before the bumper, so it's not extant on the body. Now the boot is fairly large, just over 550 litres, and it is a nice load height. Now you are aware you're in a luxury vehicle because the side of the boot liner is all carpeted. Now there is some blank buttons here, which I presume are going to be things for like the tow hitch and maybe folding the seats down. I'm not quite sure, I need to find out for you guys. But if you do have the tow hitch attached, you can tow 2,500 kilos. There's a little bit of storage underneath, as well as tie-down hooks and little cargo nets there, and the seats do fold 40-20-40. Another cool feature on the rear of the car is just how it overall looks. It's kind of like a coupified style. Again, the Velar's been out for a while, so you've probably seen them out on the road. But yeah, I think it's still a handsome looking vehicle and you'll be very proud to have it on your driveway. Right, you join me in the back of the Velar. A couple of things to note: we do have rear heated seats in this vehicle, some climate vents, 12-volt power outlet, as well as two USB-C chargers. We've also got little cargo nets back here for your map pockets, and there are lanes for fuzzy stuff. We do have quite a large transmission hump, so it's probably ideal for two side by side, and leave the middle one, just have that down for the armrest with your little cup holders here. Material quality overall in the back is not too bad. I would probably go for something with a lighter interior just because that's what I like, but we do have the panoramic roof that does extend all the way back here, and you can close the shades at any point that you wish. Nice grab handles there so you can hang things like your clothes or whatever it may be on a little hook, and nice big mechanical metallic feeling door handles, which is nice to feel. Electric window, a little bit of door bin, and very subtle mood lighting in this Range Rover. There's not the kind of modern trend for LED strips. It's just a very subtle ambient lighting. But overall, it's not too bad back here. Seat comfort is not too bad. I said it's not the most spacious Land Rover product available. If you're carrying children, you might want to go for something like Land Rover Discovery Sport, or step up to like a Defender full-size Discovery, or even maybe a Range Rover Sport if you want rear legroom and space for carrying children or whatever it may be day in, day out. But overall, it's not too bad a vehicle. Now let's check out the cabin up front. Now you join me on the interior of the Velar, and as we can see, the steering wheel has been updated slightly. We have this dark chrome finish running along the bottom and around the steering wheel. Slightly different look to the unfacelifted model because that had like silver trim going across here. We do have these buttons here that remind me of maybe something like the haptic ones you get in the Volkswagen electric products or the Ford Capri, etc. But they are touch. You can do different things. They do change if you see that. So you can see like you can change. It goes from phone to whatever you're playing around with on the screen there. I do have a volume control, which is nice. It's one of the few buttons in this car. And then your cruise control on the right hand side, speed limiter, heated seats, sorry, I'm saying heated seats, heated steering wheel. It's one stage. We do have metallic feeling paddle shifters. I can't say I've used them because it is a diesel SUV. We do have automatic wipers on the right hand stalk here, and you can turn that for your rear wiper, which is fairly handy. And then your lights and indicator over on the left. What I have noticed, it seems to return to the middle position every time. It takes a little bit of a second to get used to work out what you're touching on the lights, but that's the main thing. The screen is fairly configurable in the middle here. I won't go through all the information, but you can do various things that you can do. Display, there you go, you can do one dial, map, media, whatever you want it to look like. You can have that configured, which is quite a nice, useful function. But everything's in this very cool system here, which if you remember the previous Velar had like a little screen down here, rotary knob. This is all kind of streamlined, so it's a little bit more minimalistic. We have got this updated shifter for the automatic gearbox, wireless phone charging in there, with the USB charging and a little bit of storage maybe for coins or something like that. But literally everything is through this centre screen here. It does have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a nice touch, and it is 11.4 inches in diameter here. Pretty cool system. It's quite fashion responsive. You have a shortcut keys there, you touch things at your mode, your driving modes, whatever you want it to do, your climate. This particular one is fitted with heated and cooled seats, which is a nice touch. And you're able to turn on the rear heated seats as well, so you can do that. Same as the front. Quite nice to be able to control all that from the screen. So out with the screen, there's not too much else going on in the dash. We do have kind of a rattly plastic on top of the dash, which doesn't bode well for a £70,000 vehicle. But I do like this kind of material here. It's like a green, soft, grippy material. It's quite hard to explain, but it's different from the previous outgoing Velar. This material here, again, I'm not really feeling £70,000 interior, but I do like the wood trim, and this has changed again from the pre-facelift model to be kind of this one-piece materials like that. The wood veneer, black false plastic, door bin, Meridian sound system, which does sound quite good in this car. Two cup holders there, and then what I do like is you can split your armrest like so, or you can slide that forward. So your driver and passenger don't have to fight. If somebody wants a cup in there, you want to rest your arm, whatever it is, you've got that flexibility. You do have decent sized glove box, lined with fuzzy stuff, but overall not too bad. Nice metallic door handles, and the seats in this car are alright. They're not the most supple leather, probably to go for the autobiography. I believe it's Oxford leather they call it. You can tell if it's an autobiography with the headrest, they've got the kind of stitching down there, but more pillowy looking rear headrest as well as the main headrest. It's got like a bit of something going on. It's not too bad, it's just it's not the most premium feeling leather. It's a dark heated and ventilated, which is welcome, and the big glass roof, which is definitely welcome because I think that is one of the best features. It's £300 for this glass roof, but definitely worth it. It really lights up the cabin, and it does open like so. I'm not going to open it fully because it is raining, but yeah, you add a little bit of light into the back of the cabin, especially for the black interior. I am 5'11", headroom's alright, shoulder room is alright. Overall, can get myself comfortable in here. The seats are electric, and when you turn the car off, it does drop into access mode, like I'll do this now to show you. So the seat goes back, steering wheel goes forward, as you can see like so. and then the car drops down to access mode, which is pretty cool. I quite like just getting in and out of the car and it drops in. You can do access like that. I'll put the key out, show you guys what it looks like. It's kind of hunkering down like a stanced look. So behind the wheel, this is where it's exciting. In the urban jungle